product hacks. Now, a lot of people come to me and say, "Hey, Eric, I don't have any product. I am completely clueless when it comes to product creation, and I'm just never going to be able to sell something on a webinar because I don't know what to do when it comes to products and how to create one." So, I wanted to create this video to show you that you can hack the system and still make it work even if you don't have those ideas yet. And I guarantee you, once you start doing this, they will come. For example, for me, I have probably 2 to 3 product ideas every single day, but that's because I'm experienced and I've been in this market for a while, and everything I look at, I see an opportunity. The first product hack is interviews. And what I mean is when it comes to a market, once again, we could talk about real estate, we could talk about Amazon FBA, we could talk about Forex investing. You might not be an expert in that market, but there is still a big demand for a compilation of expert advice and expert information, step by step, making sure that it's in that format, even though you might not be the expert. And I know that a lot of 7 figure marketers do this. They might not be an expert in a field, but they just take and leverage people around them that they know because they know how to create the product and they know how to market it. So think how you can leverage other people. And the way to do this is you would contact 10 experts in a field and ask to conduct a 30-minute interview with each. And with 5+ interviews, you now have a webinar product that you can sell. But the thing you want to focus on, because when you get on these interviews, a lot of these guys, they'll get on there and they'll talk, they'll be boring, they don't know how to teach the audience. They might have made $1 million trading Forex or trading some put and call option strategies, but they have no idea how to teach people. So you have to take the principles and strategies from this course so that you structure that interview in a step by step process so that you could document it and you can make sure that when people listen to it, it will add value and it will make sense to them. So think about that when you create interviews. And there's also a second way that you can do this. And I'm going to tell that to you at the end of this video. But first, let's get into the second product hack. And that product hack is thinking about how to sell a product without having a product. So maybe you're an expert when it comes to fitness or dating, but you're not really too confident that people want this advice and want this course. But you know that you can create a course on demand. If you sell over $1,000 worth of product, you can create that course. So what you would do, you would create a webinar presentation following the system that I gave you here. And once you have your first sale, only then and there do you actually create the product. So you would then invite them to, let's say, a live 7-day event where you give them webinars every single day for 7 days, but none of those are created yet. So you make sure that you first contact those JVs with the JV strategies that I'm going to give you, that you have a sales presentation that at least one person has bought this, and only then and there do you create the course. This way, right, you don't spend hours and hours, you don't spend a whole week or two creating a course that might never sell, and you first test the market, get feedback, and make sure that your product is very, very appealing for your target market. So think about that because it saves you a lot of time and it helps you assess the market. I'll tell you that the biggest problem when I talk with people that are creating startups and want to do all these companies, especially developers, people that are a little more technical, they always say, I'm still working on the product. And I ask them, how long have you been working on the product? They say, oh, a couple months, and it's going to be another couple of months. So basically a year and a half. And then once I have it, I don't really know too much about marketing, but everything's going to be great. And everything's going to be amazing. I'm going to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of this product. And I say, no, 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 that is completely wrong. And I would really recommend them to do something like this, really test their market without even having a product, right? With doing just a little bit of the marketing, creating that webinar system, or if you're gonna sell it a different way by driving traffic to a landing page, that's fine. But when we're talking about this webinar system, you first create the webinar without even having a product, sell it, see what results you get, because you know that once you get those customers, you can create it. And let's say everything falls apart and you're just unable to deliver, okay, fine. You just refund those customers and you give them their money back, but at least you know that your product will sell. Let's now go into one of the physical deliverables that I've created for you. And I like to call it the exploitation script. Maybe I shouldn't call it that because it's really a win win script, but it's for the people that don't have a product and want to either do kind of the interview model, but maybe they want to take it a step further and they have that one person in mind that's an expert in a field and they want to do a product with that person. uh, because you might be good at selling stuff, or you take this course and now you're good at selling stuff, but you just don't have that knowledge and expertise from that field. So you would contact and think, right? Think about, maybe it's, like I said, in the niche of dating, or maybe it might be fitness. Think about it, right? Go to the gym and think, hey, this guy, he's he would be really good at teaching this course. One of my gym buddies, I know that he could change the lives of hundreds of people if he just put out his strategies on how he lost 20 pounds over the past 3 months. Or maybe, like I said, in dating or relationships. Hey, I have a friend, he has a really good relationship. I want to break down his system, but I need his expertise. Just think, because you will, once you start thinking about it, you will see that you're surrounded by people that are good at things, but they just have never thought about creating a product out of it. And the script is basically, hey, you just shoot them an email. I want to get in touch and catch up on Skype for a few minutes. You might have seen me around, but I have a webinar system that I use to create 5-figure webinars. If you haven't gotten results, don't insert any results in here. But this is something that I would say. So, of course, customize it. And I'm looking to create a product in the dating niche. I was thinking of leveraging some of your expertise. Wouldn't take up too much of your time after the initial phase. It would be pretty much passive income on your end. There would be no time and investment from you until we've made a few thousand together, right? Because I'm advocating that the product won't be created until a couple have been sold. So let me know if you have 20 minutes. Worst case, we'll at least trade some strategies and catch up. And just to prove to you that this actually works, I started thinking one of the things that I'm getting into right now is selling physical products on Amazon. But so far, I don't have any results personally. But I went to this mastermind event and also think, right? Think, what events can you attend? What mastermind events? Where are the places that people hang out? Maybe if you're into real estate, they're into real estate investment. What are the events? How can I get and attend those? Because there you'll have those knowledge experts. You can leverage them for future products. But this is around Amazon FBA. And so I was thinking, who do I know that does this, and maybe I can team up with someone to create a product. So actually, literally just yesterday, I sent him an email, and his name is Mike. I said, I have an idea, want to get in touch, catch up on Skype. I think you came to one of our webinars because I did a webinar before he attended it, and yeah, I mean, we crush it when it comes to that. We've done over 2 million in sales. Right, I customized it so that it's in my tone, and he already knows me a little bit, so that it's kind of familiar. I have a webinar system, a course idea that I'm confident has 5-figure potential. I'm looking to create a product in the Amazon niche, have some knowledge but no results. I was thinking of leveraging some of your expertise, wouldn't take up too much of your time. After the initial phase, it would be pretty much passive income on your end. Let me know if you have 20 minutes. Worst case, we'll at least trade some strategies and catch up. Guess what? Immediately yesterday, he emailed me back. He shot me his Skype username, and we're going to be touching base either today or tomorrow. And I'll see. We'll see if we can take it further. But I just wanted to give you that example to show you how you can use these product hacks and not let these limiting beliefs stop you from creating a product in a successful webinar system.